Dean, how you doing?
It's good to see you again, Dean.
Hi, guys. Sit down.
Hey, so the topic is beards and pantsuits. What can possibly go wrong? Okay, this is a private conversation Jesse and I have, and he's not here, but uh, one thing he's noticed, I think he called it on the Rick Farron show, is that a lot of the Jehovah's Witnesses that have beards in his town down in Yuma, when he runs into them, they're getting a little cocky. They get a little, like a battery on their shoulder. A little bit more masculine, a little bit more testosterone, a little bit more of a fighting spirit. But with that comes a little bit also testosterone. Then we have the women with their pantsuits. So women have pantsuits, but before they used to wear dresses. They were dames, they were sisters. Now they've got pantsuits. Here's the point we're trying to make, is that Jesse and I always talk about how, the religion, churches, you should be elevating the human being. When you listen to the words of Jesus, he's elevating you as a human being. The great men and women of the past in the writings were always elevating the human being. So we're elevating the character as well. So, for example, the reason women wear beautiful dresses at church is because, you're elevating the character of the woman, putting her on a pedestal, making her look special, feel special. Now, it's respectful, right? We're not going to be checking out her rear end. But if she has pantsuits, sometimes those pantsuits show a lot, and the dresses don't. So what happens, instead of evolving up, I guess, we're devolving. And so with a clean cut, now we can get a sloppy beard. So what's happening is you're lowering the standard. I'm not saying that they're lowering the character of the individual. No. But what happens is, it's like a seesaw, and it's like, was it Einstein that says, or no, Isaac Newton? For every action, there's an opposite and equal reaction. So you cannot have a change in a Jehovah's Witness religion of allowing beards and pantsuits without having an opposite and equal reaction, like a seesaw. So you have a seesaw, right? And okay, we're going to lower the standards of the women and the men, and we're going to raise what? Sexual desire, sexual tension. Normal. So I think it's not wrong by any means of the imagination, but that's just a guess that my brother Jesse and I have. And so we already know that the Jehovah's Witnesses are riddled with sexual problems. So this is only going to intensify. But the good news for Watchtower is that you're a publisher. No, you're not. You just put a check mark or something. So you don't have to report time like you used to. You're not really Watchtower property. The pioneers, yeah, they have to put in their time. So if you have a marital affair, or you commit pornea, do the elders really have any business talking to you now with the new changes? No, not really. And this is where I think the changes are with Jehovah's Debater Gay. Yeah. Watchtower, New York. Think about it. If you were in New York and you have tens of thousands of elders all over the United States, and they're disfellowshipping everybody, left, right, that creates a liability for you. But if the elders do not have to report time, neither do the publishers, you're not considered an official member of the Watchtower. You're just an attendee. They don't need to disfellowship you. So what's happening now is the sexual police of the Jehovah's Witnesses, keeping sexual activity down to a minimum. Well, now it's going to increase. And those increases of sexual activity, I told Rick Farron, what Watchtower is doing is creating a bridge. They're right here, and they need to get here. They already have the new religion. They already have the new world. They already have their paradise earth. But in order to get there, they need to do all of these changes. And we're seeing all of these changes with the time, the reporting of time, the pantsuits, the beards, and more to come. And in that is a transition into the new religion. Because like Jesus says, you can't have new wine into old wineskins because it's burst. Well, same thing here. You cannot have a new religion that Watchtower has already designed with the old teachings, with the old ways. You need new ways, new ways of thinking, new morality, new everything to fit their new world, new religion. That's why we're seeing these changes. The skirts were the only good part of the meetings, where they allowed women to wear skirts above the knee. So, what do you think, Jehovah's Debater? Do you think I'm wrong? Well, you're the one that came up with this theory. What can go wrong? Is sexual activity, a sexual tension, an increase in sexual tension, a bad thing? Not necessarily. But you're not going to have a decrease in sexual tension with these changes. You're going to have an increase, because for every action, there's an opposite and equal reaction. And these new changes are just one of many to get them to their new religion, where my belief is at the very end, homosexuality has to be somehow tolerated to appease the governments and especially the United Nations and the World Economic Forum. And that is because Watchtower's heart is with the United Nations. And all of their new literature, magazines, and their website is always referencing global climate change, right? And all that stuff that the United Nations is always preaching. They're 100% on board with the UN without the abortion issue and without the homosexual issue. Now, Jehovah's Debater says, you're right, but you're also wrong. Yes, yes. That was profound. Wow. That was profound. Let me put it one more time. Can you do that again? Something as profound as that? I don't know. So what do you think? Do you think that sexual activity, sexual tension will be on the rise with Jehovah's Witnesses, with this new arrangement of beards? This new testosterone boost that these men are going to get? I don't know. So that's just food for thought. That's all I have, guys. So if you disagree with me, like I said, in America, that's one of the most beautiful things about our country. You are entitled to be wrong. So it's okay if you disagree with me and you're wrong. But that's the beautiful thing about America. Everyone has a right to be wrong. Yes, I agree with you, says Vern, that there's going to be an increase of sexual tension in the congregation. I'm trying to get it on. I'm trying to get it on. So that's it, guys. What else could go wrong with beards and pantsuits? And am I wrong with the final change that Watchtower has to somehow make accommodation for abortion, make accommodation for homosexuals and transvestite to appease the European countries, the liberal, right? You know, the Democrats, like the Democrats in the United States, but not so much in the United States, but in other countries, but mostly the United Nations. So that's it, guys. That's all I have. And tell me if I'm wrong.